competition. Can't wait to see what happens in our featured group throughout this tournament. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. Second shot here on the first. And here we are with the third shot. Straight out of the top draw.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Getting off to a great start at this event.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
He's currently tied for 15th. One of our on-course reporters, John McCarthy, has been out surveying the scene here in preparation for today's broadcast. John, what are some of the things the players will be looking out for today at Craggy Heights?
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway that the players can hit to. And if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots, but they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the fifth, where the fairway narrows significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's also holes like the par 4 17th, where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with. So it's very much a risk-reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Currently 1 under for the round. Teeing off here at the third hole. Going with the 6-iron here. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has. Certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
It's like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Going with the 7.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
And back to the course with the live action. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
Beautiful shot. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Teeing off here at the 5th. Oh, absolutely flushed. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
This for back-to-back birdies.
That'll sting a bit.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one might need to get down a little. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Let's return to live play now. Setting up to play the shot here from the green side rough. Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card. And there it is. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Welcome to the tee of a par 4. Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Even for the day.
They've chosen to club down here.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And this putter's for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Oh, you know you want to.
Appears to have overcooked this one. 9 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
Yeah, we'll take that. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Here we find ourselves at the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
Going with the 5-iron here. And not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? No, that's too bad. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. That's tracking. Yeah, nicely holed. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Time to face a par 4 now.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
From around 170 yards here.
Wind's blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the one in here.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
This one's tracking.
A well holed. He'll take the birdie. And that will take him to 1 under. Rich, how are we looking after 9?
Well, Luke, I've been enjoying this pair of rivals we are following today. The two of them are pretty even for the event so far. Very interested to see who will come out of this with the bragging rights.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
The wind is at their back on this one.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, come on, sit. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? Time now for the 4th shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Ooh, that almost went down. This one's for bogey.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
And that'll drop him down to even par now. On the tee of a par 3. Going with the 8-iron here. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
It was on a good line. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
Surely it's going to.
So no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. Oh, Rich loves standing on this 12th tee here, a par 5. You're always thinking birdie or perhaps better. Take us through it.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Nicely done. Playing from around 190 yards out.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
He's going to have to go down after this one, try and dig it out as best he can and hope for the best.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Par putt coming up here. There it is. Now 5 strokes behind. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 155.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. And he's safely on the green.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
Ooh, right by the hole. 7 feet to the cup.
Needs this putt to tie Ricky Fowler.
So far, so good.
Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole. That tee shot looks pretty good. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Here's Ricky Fowler's next shot. Even for the day. And choosing the 8-iron here. This is looking pretty good in the air. That's inside the house of opportunity.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
That will drive you bats.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. We find ourselves on a par 3 here. Opting for the 6-iron. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. This putt coming up is for birdie.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
That is hunting for the hole. Shame it didn't drop. Just a short putt remaining here. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. Trying to shape this one a little bit. Canada's Brooke Henderson currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. Oh, exciting times on the tee of a par 5. Playing from around 240 yards.
Downwind on this shot.
Going with a 3-wood here. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here. Oh, don't we love a short par 4, particularly on the penultimate hole, Rich. 17 here, playing under 300 yards.
Luke, at just 283 yards, listen, if you're not going to go for this green, you better just give up your tour card. I mean, literally, this is a begging to be gone. This hole is going to show you what kind of player you truly are. Take out the three-wooder driver, knock it on the green, make eagle, make the crowd go wild. Anything less than that? No, thank you.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Birdied their last hole.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Second shot here on the 17th. Didn't that look good for a long time? Chance to get one under the card with this putt.
This is their look at birdie.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, it's come down to this, the final hole. Welcome to the 18th. Oh, that was flushed. From around 180 yards out.
They need to flight this one down into the wind.
Needs this to kick a bit left. Yeah, nice looking shot there.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
And with it, that concludes his event. Well, Henny, that was some match. We thought it'd be a great rivalry, and it absolutely was. But how proud would this player be to have taken down Ricky Fowler despite not winning the event?
Luke, this player will be brimming with pride. What a great result. They challenged Ricky Fowler and beat him. Now, they'll be telling that story in the pub a few times in the coming weeks.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.